Get this stuff out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
Cigarette? How did you know that your friend, Susan Palmer, was flying back to Rome?
She sent me a postcard from Corfu.
Do you have any idea how she died, Miss Ryan?
No, sir.
Did you ever know a Mr. Arthur W. Hartigan?
No. Should I?
He was listed in Miss Palmer's passport as her next of kin.
Mm-mm.
May I have your attention, please? This is the last and final call for TWA flight number 901 to Madrid, Lisbon, and New York.
Italy hasn't changed. Only the reason for my visit. Her death was no surprise. Death was always the nearest exit in my family. Death and business. The one always interrupting the other. It's ironic I should be the one to come here. No. It's logical. Family affairs must be settled like business.
Was Arthur Hardigan went the girl's body sent back?
Apparently. He's flown over.
What about the autopsy report?
Nothing yet, but it was an obvious drug overdose.
The only obvious thing is that we blew the arrest.
I know all about that, Luce.
Are you gonna let the two hoods go?
We let them go an hour after we picked them up. There wasn't a thing I could hold them for.
Do you think Agostino knew we were ready? Or you think somebody crossed him?
He's a sick old man. But not that sick, and not that old.
He's not that smart either. The hell with him. Let's talk about this Susan Palmer. She was Frankie Agostino's pigeon. What do we have on her?
You can read her whole file in 30 seconds, but it won't tell you where all that heroin went.
You get a statement from the girl, Ryan? Jenny Ryan?
You can read it in the office.
Hello, Frankie. We're lucky, Frankie. Hey, let us go.
You even had me fooled, Frankie. I thought we were really supposed to have the stuff.
You were. Then what happened to it? Tell me what happened to it.
Frankie, we've done everything exactly like always. It must have been the girl.
She's dead. That shipment was the biggest thing this year. Worth $250,000 American. You could have taken it.
Us? But Frankie, we're working for you.
New York made a separate arrangement without my knowing.
Never, Frankie. You built the whole thing, even New York.
That was a long time ago. There's a new crowd now. They didn't lift a finger when I was deported. Too much publicity. My nephews don't like publicity. They got kids in school, and their charge accounts are sacks. They're trying to change the whole business. And maybe they're right. I know the old ways.
Sure.
Shut up. But one thing don't change. Competition. Me and my brothers wiped out all the competition 30 years ago. From Naples to Las Vegas. You understand? We made deals. We cleaned house. We built the organization. Well, today it works different. I smell the competition. I smell it. And nobody competes with Frankie Agostino. Nobody. Never.
You're late. American time I'm late. Roman time I'm early. What brings you back here, anyway? Old friends like you, mainly. Forgive me if I ain't flattered. How's business these days? You put me out of business 10 years ago. I'd be American citizen now, except for you. What do you want around here anyway, Luce? Maybe a fact or two. What's Frankie Agostino doing? Retired, finished, crippled, you know that. Well, what's he doing? Raising chinchillas. How do I know? Find out. Find out about a drug shipment that got lost. Find out about a girl named Susan Palmer. Find out, Julio. Hey, leave me alone, Luce. You know I don't know anybody anymore. Then you should get reacquainted. I'm lucky I'm alive. Hey, Luce. Hey. Listen, Luz. Yeah. Listen.
Luz, suppose I can do something for you. I mean it. What's in it for me? You know. Eh?
We're in a very tight budget this year, Julio.
I need expenses. I gotta get around.
Buy a bicycle.
Bastard.
Mills, Marjorie. American.
My God, she was just a girl. I was no special friend of hers, so why bug me? You want to fingerprint the whole place or something? I mean, you guys are too much. She was competition.
Uh-huh. Well, she was an attractive girl.
She was a drag, with her mousy hair and a whiny voice. She was flat-chested, and she was, oh my God, competition. Even Kiki couldn't stand her, and he'd go with anybody.
Who's Kiki?
No one. A fellow I knew.
What's his last name?
I don't remember.
Well, try to remember.
Oh, come off it.
Is something funny?
I almost thought you didn't like girls.
I like many things, Miss Mills. Including my work.
You know, I was just putting on an act. Remember? I'm an actress. I couldn't tell you anything about Susan. She wasn't terribly interesting. And I do have a lousy memory.
Did you know that Susan Palmer took drugs?
Doesn't everybody?
There you are. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Of course.
Yours?
Yes. Do you like it? It was Susan's favorite. It reminded her of a colored Rorschach.
She was an actress, isn't that right?
Well, sort of. But usually she didn't have much luck, you know.
You mean she didn't work much?
Oh, she did things like English voices on Italian films and that. But not really acting.
Did she get money from home?
Her parents were dead.
Do you know whether she ever took money from any of her gentlemen friends?
Oh, well, Sue wasn't that kind of a girl.
What about her luggage? Weren't you surprised she came back with no luggage?
She said it was checked through on another flight.
There were no claim checks in her purse.
Look, Mr. Luz, I don't know what you're trying to find out about my friend Susan. But whatever it is, I can't help you.
Did Susan go to bars, clubs,
No more than usual.
church?
No, but she liked to visit a convent here.
What was she really like?
She was a peculiar girl. If a bird chirped, she jumped a foot. A really frightened girl. I wasn't here when she arrived, but she left in a hurry. I helped her pack her things. She said she had a job.
Did she say where?
Abroad, I believe. She left with friends.
Young people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose you recall what kind of car or what color.
It was red. A Fiat 1500 Spider.
Thank you, sister. You've been a great help.
That girl's in trouble, isn't she?
She's dead, sister.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Mr. Arthur Hartigan. He's been waiting for you. I didn't know.
Miss Ryan?
Yes? I'm terribly sorry.
Thank you. These things happen. When they happen, we're always totally unprepared. Totally. You were Susan's closest friend, weren't you?
Yes.
Poor child. Such a long way from home.
Send Mr. Hartigan in, please.
Please understand, Mr. Hartigan, that if we move directly to the problems arising from the sudden death of, Susan Palmer, it is not lack of respect for your feelings, but from lack of time. We are short-handed here, and we try to dispose of every matter as quickly as possible in the interest of efficiency.
Yes, I understand.
You are the next of kin, of course.
Yes, her parents are dead. I'm her cousin. Her only relative, in fact.
In view of the unusual circumstances surrounding the girl's death, the Italian authorities are now investigating the matter.
Yes, I understand it was some kind of medicine she'd been taking.
It is not our competence to speculate on these matters. I suggest you save any questions you have for the police. There are certain formalities surrounding the ultimate disposition of the body, as I'm sure you understand. Our staff can provide the name of a reputable English-speaking funeral director, but you must realize that we are in no way responsible.
Of course, of course. It's been such a shock. I was telling Miss Ryan that these things happen when we're never totally prepared. Are we?
You're right, Mr. Hartigan. Now, I assume you want to avoid all the red tape that's possible, so I suggest you arrange locally for the disposal of the remains.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. That's why I came.
I was only trying to save you difficulty and expense.
I appreciate that, but gosh, I'd never forgive myself. I came to take Susan home, and she's going home.
The one you see here is handcrafted in our own shops from African hardwoods. The same wood used by the Egyptians for the mummy cases, which, as you know, are virtually indestructible.
Most people are interested in the durability, in permanence, and that's what we sell, Mr. Hartigan.
I just wanted something simple. We're not a pretentious family.
Of course, Mr. Hartigan. As you see, we need a large selection on hand in the event of catastrophes, airplane crashes, that sort of thing. And here, you have a wide choice of satin linings. And pure Italian silks, of course. What is the color of your cousin's hair, did you say?
I don't think Mr. Hartigan is concerned about the lining.
My dear lady, that's what I'm here for. To help, to ease the burden wherever I can. Shall we say an off-white satin? Thought you'd notice that one. Solid bronze alloy. Airtight. Welded seals. Water sealed. Temperature resistant.
Imported from America.
Yes, sir. One like this, a metal one.
For permanence, there's nothing like bronze alloy. If the ancient Egyptians didn't use it, that's only because they didn't have it. We can arrange everything, Mr. Hardigan. Don't you worry. Documents, everything for shipping that you like. The casket can even be sealed here for direct interment in the States.
Normally, there's a deposit. Whatever you feel.
Well, I only brought my American Express card.
Certainly, sir. We accept them all.
Hello, Chris.
You're thin. You haven't been eating regularly.
Overwork. Money makes a difference.
It's unfair.
Sure. You married the man, not the title or the money.
For once, you're right.
A man old enough to be your father.
He needs me. Work and whiskey were all you needed, and a furnished room to make love in.
Look, Chris, I'm here on business. I need information.
From me? I can't imagine what.
There was a girl, part-time actress, full-time drug addict.
The American?
You knew her?
I read the newspapers. They say it was suicide.
I want to know who she knew, who she slept with, where she went. You know everybody, Chris. Ask around. Huh?
For old time's sake?
Least of all, for that.
I can't promise anything, Scott. Carlo is ill a lot, and my time is spent looking after him. Darling,
He's still sleeping.
would you come down a moment, please? Kiki, you know everyone. Did you ever know a girl called Susan Palmer?
Why?
Just curiosity. A friend of mine was asking about her. I thought perhaps you might know her.
What friend?
Never mind what friend. Did you know her or didn't you?
I knew her slightly.
Was she pretty?
I don't remember.
Rich? Certainly you'd remember that.
Luce. Hey, Luce. I got a liver colic.
What else?
At my age, that's enough.
I'm not your doctor, Julio.
All right. Look, Agostino's people don't have this stuff. That's what you want to know, right? It was hijacked.
Who took it?
If I knew, you think I'd be here telling you? I'd be talking to Frankie himself. At least he pays.
I admire your honesty, Julio. What else?
That's all I know, Luce. I swear. That's all I know.
What about the local drug market?
It never was very big. Strictly small town.
Talk.
Frankie shut it off. Nothing. If a guy could lay his hands on half an ounce today, he'd make a killing.
His own. Don't get tempted, Julio.
Not me, Luce. I don't mean me. I finished with that long ago.
Do you know a kid named Velour?
A kid named Velour? Velour? I don't believe I know that name.
Well, he knows you, Big Mouth.
Everybody knows me. That don't mean anything.
Armand Velour, alias Alan Wayne, alias Carl Weller, alias Kiki Velour. Age 23. Swiss passport number 88.
Never mind the number. Who is he?
A pusher, small time. Half a dozen arrests in half a dozen countries. No convictions. Always the same story. The French police deported him as an undesirable.
Does Agostino know him?
I doubt the Mafia would bother with him, sir. He's much too small.
I'm Susan's cousin. I came to see her room.
I don't think you can. Without a permit or something. The police have put a lock on the door. Not even the portiera can go in to clean or anything.
I'm surprised the police don't keep her mail, too.
Well, there isn't too much. Just these. I suppose I should have turned these over, huh?
Well, if you'd rather.
Oh, no. There's nobody that has more right to it than her family. If any more comes, do you want me to keep it for you?
Thank you. You know, miss, in the midst of a very deep personal tragedy, I'm making a discovery for which I shall be eternally grateful. Susan was indeed lucky in having such fine friends.
What took you so long? Did Palmer's check come?
No. The police are probably getting her mail direct.
You seem to think the cops are very efficient. Don't lie to me, baby.
I'm not lying. Let me go.
I saw you talking to that American creep. You think I don't know every move you make? That was the check you gave him, you bitch. I needed that money.
What else could I do? He practically caught me with my hand in her mailbox. Where are you going?
I told you I'm broke. I gotta get some money someplace. And you're no damned help.
Sell some of the stuff, then. Big man. Afraid of a queer...
Hold still, you.
You should have given him a permanent vacation.
Don't be too harsh on him, my dear.
I see how he upsets you. You took him off the streets and now he... I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have even started.
You know I have little choice in the matter. And besides, he makes me laugh with his posturing.
I don't find him the least amusing.
Of course you don't. But he and I are well matched in this game. Without me, he couldn't play. And without him, I don't know where I would have been.
Don't say things like that, Carlo.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, gentlemen, but I need a little favor. I've got the money to pay for it.
You ruined my game. Start again.
Help me. I'm not asking for nothing.
If you ain't out of here by the time I finish talking, I'll break you in half. Disappear!
I don't need you.
Then get lost.
You guys think you own the world. But you don't. Not anymore. There's other places I can go.
Beat it, man.
There's another guy I can buy from. And cheaper, too. I don't need you. The hell with you. Don't hurt me. I don't know.
Hell, damn it. You don't know, huh?
Oh! It was near here. A man named Velour.
Who? Velour what?
Velour. Velour.
Where'd he get it?
I don't know.
You stink, junkie. Lying junkie.
Oh, please. Don't.
Enough, leave him.
You're very charming, Arthur, when you relax.
For a moment there, I almost forgot what brought me to Rome.
It's the Roman night.
No, it's you, Jenny. You know, even after the shock of what happened, it fades a little when I'm with you.
Oh, Arthur.
No, it's right. I don't want to sound corny or anything, but it's right. My life is my business. I very rarely take any time out for anything. More coffee. Oh, a little less music.
Telephone for Mr. Hartigan.
For me? Nobody knows where I am.
In Rome, everyone knows everything, Arthur.
Excuse me, Jenny.
Ah, Mr. Artigan?
Yes?
I'd like to have 1 minute of your time.
The waiter said there was a phone call.
I have the phone call. When I heard you were in town, I said to myself, this Mr. Artigan needs help.
Who are you?
I was a very close friend of Susan Palmer. God rest her soul.
Yes?
Unfortunate girl.
What do you want?
I ain't asking nothing, Mr. Artigan. Susan left me a few things for safekeeping because I was very close.
What things?
You know, things girls like to keep. Addresses, personal notes, all in this little book.
What makes you think this would interest me?
It's private. You're a family. The papers pay hundreds of dollars for this.
So you'd rather sell it to me?
Oh, I don't mean that. I want to give it to you, so it won't go in the wrong hands, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I could use the money. A man like me with doctor bills, family, you know.
How much?
$50? $40?
Get out of here before I call the police.
I was like a father to that girl.
Not more bad news.
I don't know. A disgusting little man just showed me this. He said it was Sue's.
Yes, it is.
Do you know what's in it?
No.
But you knew it was hers.
It looks like the one she had, Arthur. An address book.
He was going to sell it to the newspapers. I should have telephoned the police.
You're right, Arthur. But maybe it's better you didn't. Burn it. Forget it. Whatever it is. Will you protect me?
Sure. Jenny, I don't know how to say this to you, but look, after what happened to Susan, I don't want you to be in any danger. No. You be careful. Be very careful.
Don't worry about me. Here, please take the car.
No, thank you. I'd rather walk. You know, after that meal, I think the exercise will do me good.
Good night, Arthur.
Good night.
Dan.
Enjoy your dinner?
How'd you get in here?
Oh, it's you.
I've decided to sell some of the junk.
What do you want me to do? Shoot myself?
Listen, you got to do something for me. Try and find that list of Sue's contacts.
I told you it wasn't there.
Well, look again.
Really?
You look for it and call me back. And if he calls, keep your mouth shut.
You make your own arrangements. I'm not going to tell him anything.
The police were listening in when Palmer called you from Athens.
Look, I knew all about Sue's trouble. When the police came, I couldn't think, but I didn't want them in my apartment.
She mentioned leaving a list of names with you. What names?
I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't even look to see what they were.
You didn't show them to the police?
They were nothing. I threw them away.
Just like that. You weren't even curious? You didn't read them and then decide to hide them from the police?
I don't have them, really.
Look, Jenny, who the hell are you trying to protect?
Susan.
Hello, Mr.
Hartigan.
Hartigan. I was just making sure that no one took anything.
Did anyone take anything?
Yeah, a few things, but you know, Sue knew a lot of weirdos. I used to warn her before what happened. Stay away from that kind, I'd say.
And she didn't?
Look what happened. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure it. I mean, I wouldn't go with that Agostino crowd for money or anything.
Agostino crowd? Who are they, Marjorie?
Oh, nobody. Trouble, that's all. But you wouldn't understand, Mr. Hartigan.
Call me Arthur, please.
Arthur, look, why don't we go to my room instead of staying here? We'll feel more comfortable. Come on.
You'll be down begging me on your knees before the week is out. Wait and see.
That's enough. You can't threaten me.
I'm doing you a favor.
I don't need your favors.
We've paid you all you're ever going to get, Kiki. Get out of this house.
Okay? Suit yourself. Talk it over with your wife.
I won't let them hurt you. I won't.
It's a sideshow. Oh, but it's fun. I love it.
It's not art, but I like it.
Each one is worse than the next.
Divine.
Disgusting.
God, it's beautiful.
Frankly, I've never seen anything uglier.
A work of living art.
If you ask me, it's crap.
Art lovers, attention! Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Arthur! Thank you. The illustrious John Dahlia has asked me to welcome you on his behalf. He's been delayed, but in the interests of art. Until these last minutes, he's been engaged in completing his greatest work, masterpiece.
Oh, my darling, how delightful. You're as beautiful as ever. Ah, Francesca, that dress is back to nature. Oh, you've just hatched. Oh, hello. Hello, my darlings. So sweet of you to come.
Hello.
Bravo.
Very nice. Bellissimo.
Fine. You did come, Mr.
Marvelous, John, marvelous.
Hello, my dear, you're lovely.
Thank you.
Attention, you must hear this. Listen. A symphony. Grazie.
Oh, Scotty. I'd like you to meet John Dahlia when he's free. He might be able to help you.
First, I want to speak to you.
About what?
I know you employ a certain Kiki Velour who sells drugs.
We did employ a man named Velour. But Carlo fired him this morning.
Why?
He was useless. Try to have fun.
Arthur, Count Torreguardia, Mr. Hartigan from America.
Oh, my pleasure, sir.
How do you do? Enjoying the fun, Mr. Hartigan?
Yes, thank you very much.
Mr. Hartigan prefers the old masters, Carlo.
I'm afraid I do too, but we must stay with the fashion.
I heard that last remark, Carlo, and I have no choice but to challenge you to a duel.
Hoopla!
Unless, of course, you buy one of my works. In that case, I forgive everything.
I thought you were sending it all to New York, John.
Of course, love, but certain pieces are for sale. We starving artists, you know.
Certain people see me talking to you. I'm in the soup. I said, certain persons see me talking to you.
I heard you.
I don't like this. Why pick on me? Suppose I miss a client.
I'm your client.
Well, you don't have to be so ugly. What's his name?
Valor. Kiki Valor.
What do I say?
You tell him you're a customer. And you can afford it if the price is right. He can meet you by the river.
Hello?
Valor? Lady wants you on the phone.
Hello? Who? Yeah. Who gave you my name? Maybe. 10,000 lira. Cash. Where? Uh-huh.
What's the lady's name? Her name?
I don't know. I got a chance for a score.
That's a big chance.
I need the money more than they do. If I just sell a little bit, they'll never know it's missing.
What about me? Where do I come in?
You make the delivery, sweetheart. Suit yourself. You only make a mess of it anyway.
Hey, wait. Hey, where you going? Hey!
Did you bring it?
Got the money.
10,000 lira, right?
20.
But you said 10 on the telephone.
Well, the price went up, honey. No. No. What do you want? What do you want from me? Leave me alone. You punk.
Where is he? So, back in business, big shot.
No.
With him.
He forced me. It's a lure. You don't want me.
That's right. We don't.
No. 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 Wait. It's his stuff. See? It's his. It's his.
That's our stuff.
No. 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 I didn't have anything to do with it. It wasn't me. You guys can see that, no? I can go now, eh?
Yeah. No. You said I could go.
Sure.
No.
I'm sorry.
She's not listening, Leone.
Not anymore.
A harmless kid like that. Why?
She didn't stick the scissors in her own chest. Give the order, Leone. Sweep the streets. Find Valur.
With pleasure.
Anything from Mr. Luce?
No, sir.
He called headquarters very shortly after you left.
Why in the hell didn't he come here?
He had an appointment tonight with one of his contacts.
I'm glad he keeps us informed.
There was also a cable for him from Washington. According to the Americans, that guy, Hartigan, died in an automobile accident a year ago. So he couldn't be here in Rome, could he?
Thank you, no. You know, I shouldn't even smoke. You know why the Quakers are so against smoking?
No.
Not on any medical or health grounds, mind you. Because it's wasteful and inefficient. A very intelligent reason, I think.
I'm weak that way.
You're a woman. How many women understand the financial pages of the newspaper?
I certainly don't.
Volumes, grosses, profit margins, futures. All the things that make the world exciting, Jenny. Shall I answer it?
Please, Arthur.
I think it's that policeman again.
I'm not in.
Sure. She's not here, I'm afraid. May I take a message? He hung up.
John? John! Who's that? Where are you? Put down the gun, darling. On the Victrola, like a good boy.
No jokes, please, John. We're in trouble.
Trouble, love? Tell me about it.
Jenny!
What are you doing? Do you want me to call a doctor?
Where's Hardigan?
He left an hour ago. I'll bring you a drink.
Yeah, never mind the ice. What did Hardigan want here before?
He brought me home.
And left? Listen close. Now I'll tell you a bedtime story about a girl's death and all kinds of things.
Poor Giulio. That useless, tiresome man.
I guess Augustina's gonna be after us now.
You, not us. You shouldn't try to steal from me, baby.
I told you all about it, didn't I?
Only because you were frightened. You really are a lot of trouble, Kiki.
I needed money.
You could have come to me.
I didn't want to bother you.
Always thinking of me, darling. You wanted to be rid of Susan, so you came to me. And I killed her. I protected you. I always have.
I want out, John. You take the stuff, all of it.
It isn't mine to take. I've been your one true friend, haven't I?
Yes?
Small comfort it's given me, baby.
I'm sorry, John.
Don't get excited. Do I excite you?
Look, I only wanted to...
Everything was all you wanted. My sweet.
Hold still.
I have a very low pain threshold.
I apologize for everything, Scott.
That's a very good beginning.
Stay here tonight. You're not in any condition to take on the phony Mr. Hartigan yet.
That sounds like an offer.
You can sleep on the couch.
I don't like couches much.
Hold it, please, Mr. Dahlia. Thank you. One more.
What do you think he was after, Mr. Dahlia?
My collection, of course. It's worth millions.
Is it really true he was a friend of yours, Mr. Dahlia?
No friend would break his neck trying to steal my work, young men. They know better.
One more, please, Mr. Dahlia.
The major art critics don't all take your work seriously, Mr. Dahlia.
Was he dead when you found him?
Scott? Scott, are you there? Where are you going?
Business?
Do you have to?
It's last night's business.
I thought we took care of that.
Now, that was art, not business.
What if Hartigan comes back here?
Now, I'll leave you this, but I don't think Hartigan's going to bother you. Be careful. He's loaded. See you.
Scott? Nothing. I love him.
What's your name?
Agostino.
Yeah? Let him in.
It's a lovely day, Uncle. Flowers all gone, eh? End of the season.
It's been a dry summer.
It's been dry in New York, too. A regular drought.
There were reasons.
I'm sure there were. There always are.
If you want to see the account books, they're in the house.
We have our own books, Uncle.
How come they sent you?
I was promoted. A lot has happened since you left.
The years don't go so fast here. Things don't change.
Ah, but they do, Uncle. It's not the same little family affair that it used to be. You can't imagine how many things have been changed. You know, we've developed. We're in real estate, finance, electronics. It's extremely well arranged.
By who? You?
Uncle, we use computers. Have you any idea how much work they save us? Uncle.
You didn't come all the way from New York to tell me that.
He knows why I'm here, but he can't face facts. He's had his chance to bow out, but he hangs on. Bright, hard facts, Uncle, like the sun in your eyes.
You'll get your dough back.
It's not just the money, Uncle.
It's not just the money, huh? My people should have had their stuff by now.
Good. But it's not just that shipment. You understand. Tighter controls and new methods are already in operation. Let me show you, huh? Our latest quarterly reports. Our development plans. It's all new, Uncle. Sometimes you still have to use the old methods. You understand. He was in ill health and very depressed. He had no visitors.
He and Carlo had a fight, so he left.
You said Carlo fired him.
It's more complicated. Carlo is very fond of Kiki and wanted him back. But he was too proud to beg.
And ask him to go back to work.
That's right.
But it isn't the truth. My wife is lying to you, Mr. Luce, to protect me. For many years, I've been addicted to morphine. A fact we've been at great pains to hide in this family. Velour used to supply me with a small quantity of morphine at a high price until...
Until when?
Chris persuaded me to return to a doctor.
What did Velour think of that?
He tried to blackmail me, naturally.
Did he ever work with anyone else?
A man named Giulio. We met them both through John Dahlia.
An art critic probably killed him, Colonel.
That just came in, sir.
Your pal Julio was fished out of the Tiber this morning.
That doesn't take us any closer to the drugs.
It tells me maybe Agostino is getting closer.
Closer than we are. I want to know who's posing as Arthur Hartigan.
You're the only one who's ever seen him, Luz.
Charles Agostino. No aliases, no arrests, no convictions.
What's he to our Agostino?
His nephew.
Alias Arthur W. Hartigan. Jenny? Jenny?
Get dressed.
Sorry. Yeah. He's gone. With the girl.
Yeah, we know. We know all about it. One of our men was watching her house all day, Luz. The man placed him at that convent school.
Excuse me, sister. Do you have some luggage? 2 suitcases, brown, which belong to a young lady.
Oh, yours. The ones you brought. They're where you left them, of course.
Where? You know who I am now. You'll show me where they are, Jenny. Because you're afraid. I'm sorry, but I warned you, Jenny. I did warn you. You'll be careful now, Jenny. When it's too late. Jenny, the sincere girl. The well-mannered Jenny. Smarter than Charles Agostino. That's what you thought, isn't it, Jenny? That's what John Dahlia thought. And Marjorie. And the others. Now it's too late, Jenny. Go on. Open them. There. Thank you, Jenny. You were very kind to go to all this trouble. Do you know this stuff is worth close to $1 million? Of course you do. Jenny knows everything. Don't you, Jenny?
No, Arthur.
Yes, you do. Remember Susan's casket? Airtight? Moisture-proof? A much better idea than yours, Jenny.
You're wrong, Arthur. You're wrong.
You were going to send the stuff in John Dahlia's art collection. Very obvious, Jenny. Not logical.
Take the drugs, Arthur.
Not yet, Jenny. Not yet. You've been very helpful to me, Jenny. You've been very patient. You led me, didn't you? To the consulate, to the dinner, to the art show. You led me, Jenny. You knew all the time, and you lied. You were always lying. You enjoyed it. You, Julio, and the others.
Yes.
Were you laughing, too?
We're the same. I want what you want.
The same? You're not logical, Jenny. Not logical. That's where you're mistaken. I'm not the same. One of them. Ever. Nobody's the same as me. You know what it's like to be an Agostino? Then you're different, Jenny. You're different, Jenny. You're smart, Jenny. But you never know how to run a business, Jenny. Nobody can fool me, Jenny. I got logic, Jenny. I got logic.